How long have you been thinking about running for mayor?
I have been thinking about it since I knew that being the president, I would have to assume the duties of the mayor. When it was thought that the mayor may go to DC, I started preparing to be mayor and started preparing to run. When I realized she wasn't leaving, it wasn't long for me to very quickly come to the decision I needed to move on. I got tired of saying I'm sorry. Sorry to people who were calling me at 1, 2, 4 o'clock in the morning about bullets flying, can't get 911, city employees calling me about the deteriorating state of the departments. And I knew that I couldn't sit in the seat of president for another 4 years and just say I'm sorry and pass people on. I really need to put my hands on the wheel so we can steer in a better direction.
Public safety. Everybody's talked about that being the number one issue.
Mm-hmm.
In your first 100 days, how can you impact this problem, public safety?
So there are several ways. One is the morale of the officers. I'm going to get around to every roll call, meet as many officers as I can, and open a line of communications to talk to those that I don't talk to. And then I want to try to incentivize those officers, that 400 to 600 that we talk about, that have left the force to come back. You can get your retirement pay. We'll pay you. I would love to have you in a contract for a year or two so that it gives us some time and breathing room to be able to recruit and train more officers.
Atlanta and cities all over the country are trying to compete for qualified police officers. Have you heard any ideas that can accelerate getting qualified people in here?
Well, some of the ideas are we have to really look at not only the pay, which we have done a great job in, but we've also got to look at the benefits. And the pension is a big sticking issue. And the big sticking issue for all city employees. So we also have got to review our whole pension program and see what we can do to enhance it to make sure that we're being competitive with other jurisdictions. We've got to get a good HR professional that specifically deals with public safety. It's not only police, but fire also are having issues. And so that's what I want to do is make sure that we have some targeted, very strategic HR professionals setting out a plan on how we can aggressively recruit and retain the officers that we have.
What's the second most pressing issue that you'll face?
And that is our service delivery. The infrastructure of our basic city service is crumbling in the city. We've put Band-Aids on it for many years, and those Band-Aids don't work anymore. We have got to get into these departments. I can't think of one that is not dysfunctional, mismanaged, equipment down, facilities are bad. It's just going on and on and on. And the employees those that are working are doing the best that they can to serve our citizens, but we need to get this right. The state of our 911 system, it's the lifeline between the citizen and getting police or fire or emergency help. And when you keep having it go down, anything can happen in that down period.
How's the city of Atlanta doing right now on race relations?
I would think just because things have sort of settled down, I think that we're doing okay, but we have a lot of work to do. And I do know that when issues come up about people wanting to leave the city, those can certainly fan flames. We've got to have a lot more conversations across the city. But here's the other thing. We're black and white in Atlanta, but we're also Latino. We're also Asian. We're also Indian.
From an economic standpoint, how healthy is Atlanta right now?
I think that we are probably in a low C. So there are many things that I think, are not thinking of. We're just kind of building, and we're not thinking about how that halo effect can affect neighborhoods that are near it, that are maybe affordable now, but won't be because speculators will come in because the land value will go up. And so I'm going to be having some conversations with the school board in particular, which is 56 cents out of every tax dollar, and the county and the city to see if we can find a way to freeze assessments on legacy residents so that they're not pushed out of their homes, at least from the tax standpoint.
Let me ask you a little bit about the Felicia Moore style.
What I will be doing is including and do something that I've never done as a council member, including them in my cabinet meetings. Not everyone, maybe once a quarter, twice a year, so that they can hear what's going on in the city. And if I am working with them to get what they want to get done for their constituents, they're going to work with me as mayor because we're all working towards the same goal I don't want it to be a nod squad. I'm not going to bully anybody. I'm not going to threaten people. I'm not going to withhold things and projects from them. I mean, I've been through the whole gamut because, I've been sort of the outsider on the inside. That's not my style. What I'm going to do is work with them to get what they need to get done because I want to serve their constituents because they're going to be my constituents as well.
Sounds like from the mayors you've worked with, the standard has been to treat the council, other side of the floor, as a separate. Has that been
Well,
your standard?
they have not treated, I believe, the council as a co-equal branch of government. As a council member, you shouldn't have to get up in the morning and listen to the news and find out what's going on in the city. There should be that open line of communication so that you know what's going on. And if you have opportunity, give input.
The people who are leading this Buckhead City movement, have you had some conversations with them?
And I've been keeping my eye on the movement, and of course, I do not support it. Atlanta is Buckhead, Buckhead is Atlanta. We are whole and we're better together, and that's the case that I want to make. I want to make the case to them that leaving the city of Atlanta is not in their best interest, and that is the case that needs to be made.